Excellent!
What's up everyone, welcome to Paul's Hardware, and this is my PAX Prime kind of kickoff video. I'm doing a what's in my bag rundown of everything that's going to be in my bag for PAX Prime, but there's a couple other reasons I made this video actually. The first is going to be to say a huge thank you to my sponsors for PAX Prime, and that is Gigabyte as well as Cooler Master, so a huge thank you to them for supporting me and allowing me to go on this trip to bring some information and share some experiences with you guys, as well as hopefully say hello to you guys at PAX Prime if you're going to be there. So if you are going to be at PAX Prime, follow me on Twitter, that's at Paul Hardware, and I'll be tweeting about where I am and what I'm doing. I'm going to be hanging out with Logan and Tech Syndicate crew, so come say hello to us, and hopefully I can say hello and meet you there at PAX Prime, because that's why I like going to events like this, is meeting all of you guys out there, or at least the ones who are going to be there. If you're not going to be there though, stay tuned to my channel, because I'm going to do a couple videos kind of giving you the PAX Prime experience from my point of view. But that said, I'm going to do a what's in my bag rundown of all the stuff I'm bringing. Not all the stuff, but at least the tech related stuff. For one key reason in particular is that I just got a new camera. This is a Panasonic Lumix GH4. I got this from Larry Dickerson, aka Geeky Nerd Dad, so check him out on Twitter or his YouTube channel if you want to check out some of his stuff. This came used, but only lightly so. He sent it to me in just pristine condition, and I've been really happy with it so far. I've got the 12 to 35 lens from Panasonic on there, which is doing a pretty good job for me so far. And yeah, this is item number one, but let's go over the rest of the stuff on the table here. So my goal at events like this is always to try to travel light and stay nimble, so I'm using what has been my laptop bag for quite some time. This is made by Swiss Gear, and I've had this for a couple years now, and it does a great job of storing all my stuff in it. So that's where everything is going to go, and hopefully it will all fit. This is not necessarily a camera bag, so I'm going to wrap up some of the camera gear and stuff in there to keep it from bouncing around too much. But there's that. I've also got my YouTube water bottle on the side, because, you know, got to stay hydrated. Here's a closer look at my new camera. This, again, is a GH4, and it's one I'm just super stoked about. If you're wondering what I'm filming with right now, it's my LX100. These are kind of like siblings. The LX100 is the baby brother of the GH4. Really happy to have them both now, and it's actually been working out really great for my video production, because I use this one for like kind of my master shots, my wide shots, and then the LX100 is great for just picking up and zooming in really close because it's got good macro and all that stuff. So if my video quality improves, it's hopefully because of this camera to some degree, and maybe even I'll start kicking it with 4K footage at some point, but not quite yet, not quite yet. For now I'm still doing 1080, maybe 1080-60. I tried to keep things grouped up here, so here's my little SD card collection. Of course, I still have the Kingston 64 gig one right there. This is the one I usually record on, but I also like to have backups, so I got another 64 gig micro right here. This is just a backup for the backup, and also since I have two cameras, I'm going to have one of these in each camera. Also, I'm theoretically filming on a memory card right now too, hopefully. Also, I got a little 2 gig card here, that's for the Zoom H1. And then finally, to read everything and transfer it to my laptop much faster than USB 2 might be, I have this Mobilite G4 from Kingston, which is just a tiny little SD card reader that's USB 3.0 compatible. Even has a little micro SD slot on it, which I find to be quite useful. Really happy to have that in my bag, because for transferring footage and stuff and trying to get things done quickly, that's super helpful to have. Alright, audio solutions are over here, and if this video sounds kind of mediocre, it's because I'm using the in-camera mic, because my other mics are right here. I got the Zoom H1, I've been using this for a while. I'm going to be using this in a different way than I have before, because I'm probably just going to be using it for handheld stuff. If it's like really crowded on the show floor, I'll probably just hold this so I can speak into it closely, or maybe if I'm talking to somebody, interviewing them or something like that. I got the windscreen on there because it looks funny. But yeah, this has done a great job for me. This is actually my second Zoom H1. I already went through one of them. Then it started being a little fickle with me, so I got a new one. But yeah, it does a great job, records. I can even, if I get an 1/8 inch audio cable, I can even go out of this and directly into the GH4. But I probably won't be using for that, I'll probably be using this. This is the Rode Video Mic Pro, a little shotgun mic, mounts on top of the flash shoe on the camera. Plugs right in, just runs on a 9-volt battery. For the size, and especially considering that this is several years old now, this does a really great job. So for directional stuff, hopefully this is going to sound pretty decent mounted on top of the GH4 to record whatever the heck I'm talking about. I also have a little stand here. This is just if we do something on a tabletop or whatever, I can use this with the Zoom H1 probably. Moving along to power for my cameras. So I have the LX100, as I already mentioned. This is my backup battery for that. The battery is in the camera right now that I'm using. Also got 2 batteries for the GH4, and these are great. The GH4, one of the awesome things about it, these batteries last forever. So I should be able to get a full day out of one of these, but if not, I got the backup right here. And then of course you got to bring the charger along, keep them charged at night. And I did also get an AC adapter. This is just one of the cheap generic ones. I think it was like 15 or 20 bucks on Amazon, but it works. I used it in our live show yesterday, and if I do need to plug in directly, I don't know if both my batteries run dead or something. It's mainly a backup, but I'm bringing it along. I have this little portable camera bag that I put the LX100 in if I'm going on the go or maybe out in the evening and I don't want to bring a whole bag with me. Got my business cards in there. It's got some nice slots in there for memory cards and whatnot. And then we mustn't forget the lens pen. That's right, the lens pen. It's here to clean your lens. It's got a little brushy thing on one side. It's got this little guy on the other side. It does a really great job here. Watch. See? See how much cleaner the lens is now? Theoretically? Okay. And then, did I say business cards? I think I did. Important to bring business cards along with you to events like this. Alright, for like tripods or holding the camera or whatever, I have this little Monoprice multi-use tripod, which is, you know, one of the kind of rugged ones that you can grip around things or whatever. So I'm probably going to use this for handheld stuff on the show floor. Then I've got the Monoprice tripod right here, which is too big. This is too big, so I'm going to do this. Note that it says monopod. All you gotta do is unscrew this one leg and get yourself a Monoprice. Oh no! Bear in mind that without those other legs, it will tip over. Alright, so this is a Monoprice monopod now. I still need to take the ball head off of the tip of that though and put it on here because this doesn't come with a ball head, but I'm just going to use that one that I have. And now I will have there carbon fiber monopod. So really lightweight, and you know, just for you're walking around the show floor with a DSLR or something, it can get heavy after a while, or maybe you just want to stabilize your footage or something like that. So I will be bringing that monopod, and it will collapse down to make it much smaller. Okay, so there's my couple of my Monoprice things. I have one other Monoprice thing that I wanted to show you guys if you haven't seen it before, and that's actually just a USB cable. This is just a charging cable, USB micro, but it has this little button on it, right? So when you plug it in, you push that button and it'll give you a green light or an amber light. The green light means that you're not communicating data. So if you're plugging into a suspect USB charger or something, or somebody's like, hey, charge your phone right here, and you don't trust them, you can do that to just get power to your phone or whatever device you're charging, but not data. So for security's sake, especially if you're somewhere where you don't know people, it's a good thing to have. Okay, I have some rocket things here. These are like the most useful things I've gotten at a show convention. These are just some earbuds from Rocket. I forget the model of these, but they work good. They're in-ear. They're not like super high-end or anything, but block out noise, and I can use this for monitoring or whatever. Have, of course, my Rocket little fan, little USB fan. I've gotten a lot of use out of that. Use that regularly. I've got, this isn't from Rocket. This is for my phone. This is the fast charger for my Nexus 6. Totally remembering to bring that this time because having a fast charger is really good. And now here's a generic section of just a few things that I think are useful to bring if you happen to be going to PAX Prime. Breath mints. Bring some breath mints. I mean, heck, any convention. Having some breath mints on you. Really useful. Not to mention deodorant. Guys, going to PAX Prime, wear deodorant. It's not a huge epidemic, but the few people who forget really make it a bad time for the rest of us. Got a little multi-use screwdriver with multiple tips in there, you know, in case I need to disassemble a laptop or something. Gotta have some Advil, some kind of painkillers to get a headache or whatever. These are random little things. I forget what convention I got these at, but they light up. This is like attention grabbers. Look at me. So I don't know. I'm gonna throw some of these in my bag, and I'll probably forget they're there. But if I remember, maybe go to a party and it's dark or something, you know, you array these around your body, and then it draws people to you, and they start dancing theoretically. Alright, lastly, gotta have an extension power cable. Depending on where I'm going, I bring bigger ones. I'm going to be staying with Logan, so I think that should be fine, just to give me some extra plugs if needed. And then I'm moving over to my laptop section, so this is what I'm going to be using to edit, of course. This is my Asus G550JK laptop. And then I've got a Corsair GTX. This is a flash drive, but just really like an external SSD. So I use this to have my raw footage on while I'm editing, connected via USB 3. That does a really good job. Also, it allows me to copy the raw footage to the internal drive here as well as to that, and I have it backed up. Can't forget the power brick, of course, the laptop, which has fingerprints on it. And then also, I have a mouse. I have a mouse pad too. I don't know where it went. I was supposed to have it out here. This is my Razer Death Adder, old standby. This one's, I've gotten so much use out of this, but that's like my traveling mouse. And that pretty much does it for like my whole collection of what's in my bag stuff here. You know what I should do? I should see if it actually all fits in my bag. So there you go, guys. I managed to fit everything in. I'm ready to go, pretty much. For pack. Well, I should probably pack some clothes and stuff too, but that's not really all that important. So I'll see you guys in Seattle. Really excited for this trip. Be sure to hit me up on Twitter if you're interested in hanging out while I'm up there. And if you really have zero interest at all in PAX Prime, well, maybe subscribe to my channel anyway, because I still have this stuff coming up over here. Look at that build. That build all ready to go. The NZXT Noctis 450, as well as all these other Skylake parts. And look, I've even got a Rocket Nith that I'm going to be doing a video on there soon. But stay tuned for some epic upcoming content from PAX Prime, and until then, we'll see you in the next video.